Jet 24 Action News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Caroline Collins. David Belmondo has the night off. We begin tonight with the shooting claiming the life of an Erie man. City police are still searching for the suspects. It's tonight's top story on Jet 24 Action News. 31-year-old Antonio Yarger of Erie died of a gunshot wound to the neck after 3 masked men entered a home in the 1200 block of East 21st Street. This happening around 1:30 Friday morning. According to police, Yarger was visiting a woman at that residence when he was confronted by the men in the masks. Police say he was shot multiple times and later died at the hospital. Erie police told Jet 24 Action News that they have made no arrest and the investigation is ongoing. Out of the top 10 causes of death in the United States, Alzheimer's disease is the only one with no way to prevent, cure, or treat. It's news from your community. Jacqueline Seymour takes us to this year's Alzheimer's
What started out in just overcast skies quickly turned into a downpour. But more than 1,000 people didn't care as they took to downtown Erie and laced up their shoes in the Alzheimer's Association's annual Walk to End Alzheimer's.
My mother had Alzheimer's, and it's all the more important to us that we find a cure and that we eradicate the disease.
Around 400,000 people in Pennsylvania are diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease, including Sarah Gadanik's grandmother. She says her grandmother started showing signs of Alzheimer's around 5 years ago.
We can't help her remember, but we can do this for her. We can raise money and we can raise awareness.
This is the first time the family is participating in the walk.
I thought that just $500 would even be great, or even no money, just to be here and spend the time together, but we're almost at $3,500, so I'm so humbled and gracious by everybody.
Gadanik says rain or shine, it's great to be surrounded by support.
The number of people who are also in our same position is huge. You don't realize it, and then you mention it, and now to show up where everybody is dealing with the same thing it's nice to be united and supported in this way.
Organizers say the goal is to raise $133,000 this year.
The funds that we do raise here helps to go back for us to be able to provide free resources, community educational programs, and support for those living with the disease and those caregivers.
The Alzheimer's Association also has a 24-hour support line for those in need. Jacqueline Seymour, Jet 24 Action News.
For more information on any of the Alzheimer's Association's programs or services, we have a link up on our website, yourerie.com. A packed house today at the grand opening of a downtown brewery. Voodoo Brewery opened its doors in the Boston store on State Street. Hundreds of people tried out the new joint, serving up a unique line of beers and pub food. With the bar and outdoor patio seating crowded, the CEO says they are excited to be in town.
We're just really excited to be in downtown Erie. The support has been huge today. We really appreciate everybody coming out.
Voodoo Brewery is open 7 days a week. Jet 24 Action News is your local election headquarters. Donald Trump igniting outrage just hours after his big birther backtrack. His supporters call it sarcasm, but Clinton supporters are calling it dangerous. ABC's Mary Bruce is in Washington with the latest in the race to the White House.
I think that her bodyguards should drop all weapons.
Disarming new words from Donald Trump, the Republican nominee, attacking rival Hillary Clinton on gun control Friday night, talking about her Secret Service detail.
Take their guns away. She doesn't want guns. Let's see what happens to her. It'll be very dangerous.
Trump didn't elaborate, but critics say he's inciting violence, and it's not the first time. Last month, he stirred up anger with this.
If she gets to pick her judges, nothing you can do, folks. Although the Second Amendment people, maybe there is, I don't know.
The Clinton campaign calls the new comment disturbing and out of bounds.
Let's reject the cynicism, the bullying, the divisive rhetoric that my opponent uses to make us afraid of each other.
Trump didn't mention his new attack during a speech on immigration Saturday afternoon. He also did not mention the firestorm over his rejection of the false birther campaign he led against President Obama. Clinton was more than ready to pounce.
His campaign was founded on this outrageous lie. There is no erasing it in history.
And Clinton's former rival, Bernie Sanders, backing her up, stumping in battleground states Ohio and Pennsylvania this weekend.
What a racist attack against the President of the United States. And then he went on from there and told us we're supposed to hate Muslims, who we're supposed to hate Mexicans. We are not, as Americans, going to fall for that bigotry.
52 days and counting. Mary Bruce, ABC News, Washington.
Follow the race to the White House on your local election headquarters at yourerie.com. The weather may have forced the marching bands off of the field, but it didn't dampen the music. The first in a series of marching band competitions was hosted by the Lakeshore Marching Band Association at McDowell Intermediate High School. The event moved indoors to the gymnasium because of the heavy rain. 14 bands from schools all around the region are competing for the bragging rights and, of course, ranking, and they're judged on many performance aspects.
This year, the proceeds are going to help fund the marching band's trip to Washington, D.C. Next July, we are going to be representing the state and our school at the Independence Day Parade in Washington, D.C.
The next competition in the series is next Saturday, September 24th in Bradford. It's a special day for hundreds of future doctors. 127 LECOM first-year College of Medicine and School of Pharmacy students mark their transition from preclinical education to more hands-on training with the awarding of white coats. And another 269 medical students in the class of 2020 also received their white coats. The ceremony is a high honor for the students and future doctors.
This is really a moment where we take the full responsibility and get to really get the human side and the symbol of us being all together in medicine, and another step in our journey to become doctors.
Doctors who spoke at the ceremony say they see a bright future for medicine in these future doctors. Frontier Park is filled with four-legged friends and their owners for the 9th annual American Kennel Club's Responsible Dog Ownership Day. Therapy Dogs United held the annual Paws in the Park event. Around 30 vendors, including animal rescue groups and canine businesses from the tri-state area, came out to help educate future or current pet owners. Although some events were canceled due to the weather, hundreds of people still brought their furry friends to the main goal is to educate the public about safe and responsible dog ownership.
Everyone thinks a dog is friendly, but you really have to know how a dog reacts in certain situations, and this is a great way to actually socialize your dog.
Paws in the Park also held a Chinese auction, and proceeds from that will benefit Therapy Dogs United reading program. Now we're just getting started here on Jet 24 Action News. Coming up, a man performs a stunt so challenging, not even Evel Knievel could do it. And that's after meteorologist Tom DeVecchio's forecast.
And we have dry conditions here in the area. Rain, though, still going pretty strong in the mountains. We'll have a look at that forecast after the break.
From your news leader, you're watching David Belmondo, meteorologist Dan Zabosian, and Morgan Beard with sports. This is Jet 24 Action News, your news leader. From Jet 24, here's meteorologist Tom DeVecchio, your weather authority.
Oh, we had some rough weather out toward the east there, Scandia area. We had nice video here of what appears to be some rotation and a little bit of dust coming up here. This tornado that hit sometime around 6:30, between 6:30 and 7:30 in Scandia. Reports of wires down and some buildings destroyed here. That is northeast of Warren. Again, a good video there of the big storms out that way. We had our share of some tornado activity well to the east and well to the south, but none here in the Erie region. As we check things out now on our Bianchi Hunt, the Skycam network, the Bauer Specialty Skycam, just some nice dry roads. Things are in pretty good shape after some heavy downpours moved through earlier. Not out of the woods yet for maybe a little more shower activity here in Erie, but we do have some rain still heavy at times here. I don't think there's enough instability to cause any more severe weather. The main problems for the balance of the night will be heavy downpours. Some spots received 2.5 to 3 inches of rain already in this waterlogged area, so some localized flooding, good possibility here, particularly in the mountains of Warren County. As you can see from Franklin through the eastern fringes of Crawford County, including Titusville, and out toward the north of Warren. This is going to go on probably for the next several hours here and move slowly toward the east. So again, watch for the flooding rains out there for later on the next couple of hours here. 80 and 67 were the high and lows on Saturday, and temperatures right now 70 here in Erie, 69 Ashtabula. Tommy Gudgerville just calling in, got your temp, Tom, 68 out his way with the high dew points and relatively light winds. There could very well be maybe some patchy fog forming where the heavy rain fell from last night, but the winds generally have died down, not a big problem for tonight. On the lake tomorrow, wind southwest at 5 to 15 knots, then becoming west, waves 1 to 3 feet. Water temperature at 74. So there again, this trough here, the front's still kind of holding back out toward the east here. That's where you get these new area of development of showers for tomorrow. And that's what makes tomorrow's forecast kind of tough here as the main bands of showers and storms move east. This next front expected to kind of slide through during the afternoon. Again, tough to pick up here. And as it slides through tomorrow, it may set off more scattered showers, particularly south of the city of Erie. For tonight, though, mostly cloudy skies. Chance of some scattered showers and temperatures in the mid-60s. On the inland side, you'll see the cloudy skies. Showers still continuing, Titusville and into Venango County. But that will slowly move off toward the east. Your lows also in the mid-60s. Showers and storms continue in the mountains, although gradually diminish toward daybreak. Watch for some localized flooding, lows near 60. Chance of showers for tomorrow, they're mostly cloudy skies, highs in the mid-70s. The better chances will be during the afternoon hours and south of the city of Erie. From your weather authority, from Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, the last 3 days of summertime, we have mid-70s, great-looking weather for the end of it. In fact, as we head toward fall, it actually warms up to summer-like levels for Thursday and Friday. September continuing with a very warm month here. Not too bad here.
Yeah, but some rough weather today, though.
Rough for today, and you can get the latest news, weather, and sports on your phone. Download your Erie to Go app today. Yes, the rough weather, most of it's done. But those of you in the mountains, watch for some flooding. Rains are pretty heavy.
Absolutely, definitely. And thanks for keeping an eye out on that for us today. Well, coming up on Jet 24 Action News, college athletes killed in a bus crash, dozens of passengers also injured. A stuntman who worships Evel Knievel tries to emulate his lifelong hero. These stories often end badly, but not this time. ABC's Nick Watt has this report.
Yep, Eddie Braun just jumped over Snake River Canyon, Idaho in a rocket.
I would never do this again. It just sucked. It hurt.